Hi, I'm Andrew. Can you hand me my drink? Thank you, bro.
Alright, welcome everybody to our 2-year anniversary video. At least 2 years on this new YouTube channel. And I gotta say, I don't know where the first 2 years have gone. I mean, we've done some amazing things. But man, time sure flies. I mean, when you're little, people say that and you never believe it. But today, yeah, we're gonna just look back and kind of give our retrospective on the last 12 months. So I'm Keegan Cool, obviously one of the co-founders of Culz Paranormal, which we definitely expanded last year as far as what we do. We did a ton of history stuff, obviously, with the COVID pandemic and all that. We weren't able to get outside as much as we would have liked to.
Hey guys, my name's Matt, host of Spirits of the Silver Screen.
Sam from Weekly Abductions.
Hi everyone, my name is Andrew, host of Alpha Reviews and Tales of the Craft.
Howdy everyone, my name's Colin with Culz Paranormal. I'm just recapping some of the mining memoirs.
The two shows I'm in charge of are Architectural Adventures, as well as the new one, Fossil Frenzy. So this year for Architectural Adventures, we did get a couple episodes in, which was really cool. One, we did the history of the World Trade Center, and this was more on just the Twin Towers and kind of the history from them into the history of the new One World Trade Center, Freedom Tower, whatever you want to call it. But it was cool to put that on the channel and get like Andrew's stories, our videos of going to the top, and some of the pictures and stuff from the old trade centers. Obviously things people won't ever see again, so to be able to share that stuff with people. Another one we did was Devon Energy Center, which is Oklahoma City's tallest building. That was super cool. It does have a restaurant called Vast at the top. So you can go pay to eat and get some really cool views. That episode we also used to help, share the Oklahoma City Memorial a little bit, which was nice. It's a pretty somber thing, obviously, thinking about. And finally we got to go up to the Wyoming Territorial Prison for an architectural adventure as well as a vlog episode. But it was really neat to see that old architecture and just go do the tour and kind of see what it was like. For Fossil Frenzy, we have only done the one Sue episode, but that was super cool and super neat to me, having seen Sue obviously in the Field Museum in Chicago. I really enjoyed that. Just having Sue come out here and being able to go visit more often than have been in the last few years, which was nice.
All right, so unfortunately this last year didn't go quite the way we were expecting. We were able to bring you at least one episode of Spirits of the Silver Screen when we did our little thing on Willow Creek. And as for me, that one still kind of sits low on the totem pole. All right, for those of you that don't know what Willow Creek is, it's kind of like it's a movie with the documentary feel to it. It's about a young couple that wanted to go out and adventure the Patty documentary. Upon doing so, the gentleman at one point wanted to find, the right spot to propose type as well. They kept going a little bit further into the woods as they continued to search also for that Patty type experience. And they got a little more than they were ready for. But you have to check out the documentary and watch the video yourself. No spoilers here.
What I was able to cover in Weekly Abductions was Roswell today, because we were able to go to Roswell, and then also 6 CIA documents within 2 episodes, which we definitely plan to do more. I had some unfortunate events happen, so I wasn't able to continue with my series as of late, but I will be back to record more here soon.
So far this year, turned out a little different than we thought. Didn't really bring you any episodes of Alpha Reviews, and we didn't bring you any episodes of Tales of the Craft. Just a trailer. I may not have brought you any episodes, but I did appear as guest in some of the other videos, such as the Sioux video, the World Trade Center.
We talked about like the safety lamps. So in Georgetown we also did the gold prize.
So we did start the new series and stuff, and Fossil Frenzy I'm really excited about. I'm really big into like prehistoric animals and stuff like that. So to be able to break down some of the famous fossils or trackways, trace fossils as they are called, I think would be super awesome. Just, hey, the more knowledge we can gather and share, I think we're doing our job then.
All right, for those of you that have been following us, or maybe you're new to following us, we did start 3 new series this last year. One was Chasing Spirits, one is Fossil Frenzy, and the other one is our fantasy football.
We started Chasing Spirits, which is kind of our review of some liqueurs, beers, some wines in there, some sparklies, some bubbly. I don't know, it's always been interesting because we kind of are just reviewing it off of like some topics that we have involved, but eventually we'll kind of try a bunch of different things and then kind of have reviews for you guys about our opinions on alcohols. I mean, I wouldn't take our opinions to heart, it's just how we kind of taste it, but it is still an opinion. If you're looking for that, we kind of explain a lot of them in, I would at least say, decent detail.
Appeared in every guest episode of Chasing Spirits. That has definitely been my favorite one so far.
All right, friends. Well, it's been a great pleasure bringing you Spirits to the Silver Screen. We were sitting down and kind of debating and talking about it. We want to kind of do a spin-off of Spirits of the Silver Screen, where we take other movies based off of true documentaries or true stories and bring those to you and kind of break it down for you on how we felt about the movie versus the true story and what modifications Hollywood made to that movie.
Unfortunately, with how everything went last year, we were unable to do any like real investigations, get anything really under our belt. We did one like pseudo investigation, if that's what you want to call it, where we were filming at Matt's house and something weird happened and all of us broke into investigation mode. But yeah, no, hopefully with this year, it seems like hopefully it's getting a little bit better. We'll be able to get into some places and get you guys either some really good evidence or at least some fun episodes on paranormal investigations.
So as far as these investigations went this past year, we were not able to do any, still being with the COVID restrictions and stuff like that. We just really didn't have the opportunity to do it, but we did do a quick one around my house. One of our videos that is posted online. You can also catch that one in the links down below. Some interesting stuff happened during one of our little pre-filmings, so check it out.
As far as investigations go, unfortunately, due to the COVID circumstances, we weren't able to actually go and investigate at places besides the kind of surprise happening one that was at Matt's house, which was an interesting night to say the least.
We also haven't done any investigations, but we definitely plan on some this year. Things have opened up and we will be out there doing something, that is for sure.
Alright, to try to break down the favorite locations, I'm going to try to keep it at 5. I'll probably have to say like some honorable mentions, which would probably be like the Darren Williams statue we got to finally see, the Columbine Memorial at Ollinger, which that one was neat too, because like with Darren Williams, a family member saw the video, which was really amazing to us. It reached that far, and then with Columbine, it's kind of led to us helping out families or memorial pages, just keep up and make sure everything's cool down there, and we love helping people, so that was neat. And Denver Museum is always really good. Yeah, I mean, this is a hard we have quite a bit, because then there's still like Crazy Horse was cool, Rapid City. But if we're gonna get into like 5 like particulars, I would have to say like one would be the Amelia Earhart Birthplace Museum. That one was like kind of a surprise one for us. Like we weren't sure if we were gonna have time to do it, and then when we did have time, we were like, okay, let's go check it out. And that was really, really cool. Like I highly recommend that one. For anyone that hasn't been there, like definitely check it out. It's in Atchison, Kansas, and it was great. Another one would have to be like the Devon Energy Tower, mentioned earlier. Just going up in a big building like that, I always enjoyed, trying to get to the tallest building in each day or tallest structure and have some really cool view and just relax, especially since that was after a long 9-hour drive from Colorado. It's quite nice to get there and just relax. But no, the food was great, the people there were great. Another one which was good to cross off the list of things to see was Dealey Plaza last year. which was part of our JFK A Nightmare on Elm Street episode. That piece of land that we've heard so much about, if you study that history on Kennedy or that history of time in America, Dealey Plaza is obviously very well known for the unfortunate act that happened there. No matter what side you're on, I don't think our video really touched upon the conspiracy sides too much. But yeah, I mean, just to go down there and just feel that eeriness, just a lot of people say it's smaller than I thought, and I was like, well, I don't know how big you thought it looked. Like, you could see the pictures. It doesn't look super big. That was something else. Like, you definitely feel something, like almost like that time's still kind of been stuck there, all that emotion or something. Two would have to be Roswell. Like, Roswell was super cool. I think a lot of our New Mexico trip was just really good. But Roswell, like, with the UFO spacewalk, that was so much fun. I think that alone might make us go back. But to go around and see, like, the hangar where the supposed craft had gone to, even if you count the crash site, which was up in Corona, the mortuary, and just to walk around and see all the other architecture, like the McDonald's, it looks like a UFO or old alien-related stuff that's everywhere. That was fun. And then number one for me last year was, like, the Billy the Kid stuff. Obviously, that's been so big for the channel as we're working on our documentary, which we have shot, you know, at least Jeremy's portions and Grayson's portions. But to go down to Lincoln, see the Lincoln County Courthouse or the house, that path, like see where Bob Ollinger died or J.W. Bell or Sheriff Brady, see where the Tunstall store was, see where Tunstall was buried. And then obviously going down to Fort Sumner, the Billy the Kid Museum there, and then seeing where Billy's buried in Fort Sumner was neat. And obviously I know because of our Billy the Kid grave review, there was a lot of controversy as far as if he's buried there or not. But it does seem, at least past when the flood happened, they were able to identify at least the bodies of 3 outlaws. So it might be off by a little bit, but I do think Billy's there. Might spoil some stuff. Who knows? I might change by the documentary. But those are my locations. We did a lot of good ones, so it's hard.
The next step brings us to kind of like travel. We've actually did, you know, although we were in kind of like heightened quarantines and lockdowns and stuff like that, we were able to get out and about when we could, and we did a lot more this year. Some of our stops were in New Mexico. We checked out, you know, Roswell, which was super cool. We went up to Santa Fe. Then we went up to our neighbors of the north. We went up to Wyoming, not Canada. I know you're thinking neighbors of the north, it's always Canada, eh? But no, we checked out Wyoming, went to the Wyoming Territorial Prison. Prison was super cool, a lot of information there, a lot of interesting facts. They kind of played the game of giving you an inmate, and at the end, you pretty much found out what the inmate had coming to him, whether it was death or released or...
My favorite places that we went to this year would be, for one, Roswell is definitely number one for me because Roswell is a given. It's all about extraterrestrials. Unfortunately, some things weren't open, but I definitely plan to go back and potentially do a camp in the desert kind of vlog and see if we catch anything there. We also went to the Denver Museum, which we are... spoiler, doing a 10-hour cut of an Allosaurus. Well, that will be in another video coming here soon, so look forward to that. Keegan doesn't know, so don't tell him. Spending the night with Sue, definitely at the Denver Museum, was a big plus. And then always going out to the Sasquatch Outpost, because it was very interesting. They did a night tour, which was actually pretty fun. What we've been doing for the Columbine victims, which is still a tragic event, but we've been reached out to a couple people to help out with them, and so our fearless leader has been helping them, which is super respectable, and it was nice to go and see that stuff and kind of pay our dues. No, the volcano in New Mexico would be fun to go back to so that we can drive up to the top and actually get the scenic view that it is. My last one is when me and Keegan got locked up in the Wyoming State Prison and then broke free and kind of freaked out some people touring it because we were acting pretty suspicious.
So far, some of my favorite locations have been Roswell and Santa Fe too. It's kind of a toss-up between the both of them. I'm really leaning towards Roswell, but I want to lean towards New Santa Fe. You know what? They're both a tie. I'm going to leave it at that. I like both the locations.
As far as things we want to do, it's hard. I think the group wants to get up to Massachusetts. It's something we've kind of played with, and there's a lot we could cover, be it in Andrew's like Tales of the Craft series. There's obviously the Salem Witch stuff, but there's a lot of other things up there as well. The JFK museum's up there. I mean, that would be fun. Another one, I definitely want us to get to the Stanley. We can cover The Shining. We can cover The Haunting is on the Stanley. Maybe do a small investigation. Go up to Rapid City, I think would be a good time. We could talk about go visit the beaches where the Jaws story was inspired. And that could be a play on, Matt's new series he wants to do. Obviously, we could cover Sue again, which seems to be super popular on our channel. So we might as well give everyone what they want. But to cover a lot of that history and then do a better historical video on like Mount Rushmore or Crazy Horse or go through Bearland, I think that would be fun. And maybe get back out to the sand dunes and the alligator farm and try Hooper. I mean, I think there's a lot we want to do, so we'll just see what we end up doing. And
All right, so with this upcoming year number 3 we're looking at here, a lot to get done. I'm very much looking forward to now that stuff is opening up again, bringing you some brand new episodes of Spirits of the Silver Screen. I can't wait to get back out with the crew again to do another investigation. Those are always super fun. Just like I said, very much looking forward to year number 3 here, and hopefully staying healthy and safe while doing it.
Yeah. So my goals this year is we're going to launch ourselves into space. Other than that, I definitely plan to visit Hooper, Colorado. Maybe go back to Roswell, depending on how things play out and how this year goes.
So goals this year is I would love to go to Scotland and check out the Boleskine House. Realistically, the goal for me would probably be the Stanley because it's the most realistic and accomplishable.
Hopefully this year we can go into more of a elaborate mine.
just document our top 10 videos. We actually have quite a change up compared to last year, which at the end of this video you can click that link, see where we were last year, but it was quite amazing how much different our top 10 lists were. Kick it off here with most views, and I'm just going to read it off the phone. That way I don't get anything wrong, because there's a lot of words and a lot of names. So number 10 is Alpha Reviews the Spirit Box review. Number 9 is JFK The Final Hours review. Number 8, Extra Credit The Potato King. Number 7, Spirits of the Silver Screen Poltergeist. Number 6, Columbine In Memoriam. Number 5, Abandoned Colorado Castlewood Dam. Number 4, Darren Williams Devastation on Spear. Number 3, Patterson Gimlin. And our top 2 are both Sue videos. Number 2, Fossil Frenzy, Sue the T.rex Experience. And number 1 is We Spent the Night with Sue the T.rex. Alright, so this is our top 10 by view time. Number 10, Alpha Reviews of the Silver Screen, A Ouija. Number 9, our Halloween special Throwback Thursday video. Number 8, Sam Noble. Number 7 is Abandoned Colorado Castlewood Dam. We do have a tie at number 5, so number 5 is both our Max Hawthorne interview as well as our Columbine In Memoriam video. Number 4, Darren Williams Devastation on Spear. Number 3, Patterson Gimlin. And our top 2 are both Sue videos. Number 2, Fossil Frenzy, Sue the T.rex Experience. And number 1 is We Spent the Night with Sue the T.rex. Alright, so for most likes, we have a large jam of videos. Alright, so we'll start off with number 10, which actually has 5 videos, so we'll just kind of list them off. Alpha Reviews, SB7 review, First Contact, Ghost of Easter, JFK The Final Hours, and Max Hawthorne interview. So we'll jump up. Number 8 is Alpha Reviews of the Silver Screen, A Ouija, as well as Architectural Adventures. Number 5 is Darren Williams Devastation on Spear, Columbine In Memoriam, and Spirits of the Silver Screen, Poltergeist. Brings us number 4, Abandoned Colorado Castlewood Dam. Number 3 is Patterson Gimlin Bigfoot film review. Number 2, Fossil Frenzy, Sue the T.rex Experience. And number 1, We Spent the Night with Sue the T.rex. pretty exciting just how different it is, how much better our videos have been doing. And we'll see. Can any video dethrone Sue? We'll find out. 2020 itself was a tough year for our in memoriam. We lost quite a bit, and it's carried over a little bit into the early portions of 2021. Hopefully, though, next year this section has nothing. Like, hopefully this section doesn't exist in next year's video, because it was tough. Not maybe for the rest of the group, but I just want to share some stories on the rest of the people that unfortunately are no longer with us. So Mrs. Creeksize, who, if you guys have watched our channel, Scott Creeksize, who was one of our investigators, he's moved to Florida since, but his mom passed away, and we knew her. She enjoyed buying like books or little gifts for my daughter, and so it was sad. We definitely sent out our prayers for one of our, still really good friends, Scott, and then we lost two pretty close, at least for me and my Uncle Mark and my brother Colin. It was our Auntie June passed away, and then a month later our Uncle Bill passed away. So they were reunited in whatever happens after this life, and but it was sad. I had originally planned to go down to Arizona last year, but with the pandemic and the travel restrictions, I was unable to. They had slightly opened up before my Uncle Bill passed away. Unfortunately, I got sick, so I was not able to. So I was able to at least voice call him and video chat with him one last time with him, me and my daughter. I wish I could have got out there one last time. They were really great people. My Auntie June, I remember, always had a smile on her face, was always happy, and my Uncle Bill was the same way, like always a kind of a trickster. We have a funny picture where you see him in 3 different parts because he really enjoyed that. We had a great time at the Grand Canyon, so I always remember that. Anytime, in any instance, we're able to get back to the Grand Canyon, I'll definitely remember. I hope at some point maybe we can do a video on everybody and share who they are, because they were all really, really good. There's still that story with Uncle Bill just outside taking a picture of a deer. We lost our cousin Missy at the end of last year. And then the beginning of 2021, we lost our family dog, Minnie, and that was really tough for my daughter because they were best friends. Like, Minnie got in Natiri's crib somehow, and since that day, they best friends. Wherever Natiri went, she went. And if you watch her spot reception or watched her Super Bowl pick, she was on that. She's just a really good dog, really good with Natiri, and be missed. And then Snickers the cat as well, little meerkat. But the group did really good. I'm really proud of everything they did. It was a great year 2 for all the things we had to work around, but year 3 will be even better. We'll see you for that review.
Wrapping up our second year here with Culz Paranormal. My thoughts are, we're we're going in the right direction for sure. We're getting a lot more, views on some of the big media platforms, and I'm definitely looking forward to see what we have coming up this year. Like I said, I think year number 3 for us is going to be big. We're going to really start getting some exciting stuff happening, and we're ready for it.
That's the recent circumstances that the whole world has been kind of plagued with. We still tried to give you informative information on stuff that some you guys wanted to hear and other stuff that we just kind of wanted to tell the story about because we were visiting certain places. We will continue to do that.
So far this year, I do feel like we've accomplished quite a few things, despite the challenges that we've had during COVID. Doing a lot of history stuff has been really fun. Kind of taking a break from all the paranormal stuff. It's been really nice just going back in time. But I've definitely had a lot of fun with all the things that we have done this year. It's been great, and I'm looking forward to what's next.
We got him, get him! Get out of here, Tomta!
So we are outside of William McBrazel's old ranch house back in 1947. This was the site where the crash.
Cheers, man. Oh my God, don't do it. I'm just kidding.
Anoscion dirus.
Oh no, there is Andrew! Andrew! He's been taken. This is crazy.
Walked outside, and sure enough, you could just see this big, kind of triangular shaped light pattern that was just sitting there.
Brendan is starting a Montana versus Colorado mountain war.
Join us tonight.
I just have a fear of heights, but
Probably.
In the meeting, the Morocco commander mentioned that there has been multiple sightings across the country in the night sky.
Well, just looking at it, it looks really good.
All right, so with the Denver Broncos and the Darren Williams Foundation, they did
Produced 720 brooms.
So you're notified on all of our videos.
Forget the moose, look at the size of the ant in the background. Here in honor of the fallen Denver Bronco.
Alright, so I hit. Oh, fuck, I almost fell over. Jeez. Hope you enjoy that. As always, if you want to see more Chasing Spirits.
So you know what we're doing?
Yeah, we're sampling more vodka.
Hey,
It just looks like a big guy in a suit. I mean, shit, its ass was as fat as mine is, so.
The shoe, I went down and put my hand on it, all glittery.
Well, Keegan lost his shoe.
On the belief that this is a plesiosaur, which is definitely not.
for some reason I really like Baby Empire State Building right here.
Fascinating stuff that we learned from that interview.
There's a ton of people here. What do you think, Grayson? This video is just saying that we're taking part in the Same You charity fundraiser, 33 for ABI in July. So we are out in the wilderness, but we wanted to take this time to say congrats to our friends over at Normal Voyages for their...
You're next! Wah!
And then 15 years later, that University of New Zealand, as you mentioned, did the deal and proved us both right.
Alright guys, so thank you guys for joining us for our 2-year celebration, pretty much a 2-year retrospective. Obviously we got a cake because we like sugar. Nah, because it's the 2-year too. But thank you all for your support. You guys really have come out for us a lot this year and really helped all our videos do extremely well, especially when we compare it. Look at that, Matt's already ready to cut this. But yeah, if you guys want to check out last year's 1-year celebration, click that link to your left. If you want to see more of what we do here at Culz Paranormal, click that link to your right. And don't forget to hit that like and give us a subscribe. And let us know, what was your favorite episode from this last year?